So it is spreading, and the truth always will win. It always does.
I just have this like dream that someday in Western medical, training, your work would be crucial and part of what our physicians are trained in. Is there any, I'm just curious, is there any movement in that happening
absolutely.
there?
Oh, things have changed so much, Julie. It really has. I have taught probably 5 or more med schools. They usually reach out to me. So it's not part of their curriculum, but med students are watching Netflix. Med students are going online and they're finding out who's movers and shakers and all these things. And so they want to learn. So, I remember during the pandemic, I had 3 med schools abroad. It was like from Australia, New Zealand, right? That all got together to do a Zoom with me so I could teach them. And that was fun. So it is changing. I've taught hundreds and hundreds of doctors at conferences. I was sad because I was actually asked to be the keynote speaker for Kaiser Permanente's wellness event, and there was going to be thousands of doctors there. And then there was a snow blizzard thing that weekend, and so it has to be rescheduled. But I was like, yes, so many doctors. So I've been recognized that way. I'm on the Forbes Health Advisory Board, so I mainstream also. But even my good friend, Dr. Clapper, Dr. Michael Clapper, he's been a doctor for over 50 years. He is a gentle, kind soul. And I love him because he will text me when he has questions about things. And he also refers people to me. Like, people have shown me letters where he's like, go to goodbyelupus.com. Like, he just, and he has made it his mission in retirement now to travel to all the med schools and give a talk. And in his talk, I've watched his talk, and people will call me and say, do you know he's in here? You're in his talk. He will say, like, the important books you need to read. And one of them is, he puts my book and picture up and says, you need to go to goodbyelupus.com. You need to read Goodbye Lupus. Like, this is required reading for med students. I've helped a lot of doctors get better. It's funny. A lot of doctors get pissed when people Google and come, hey, what about kale? And they're like, shut up. I went to med school, right? I probably would have said the same thing before I did all this, right? Are you kidding me? I did all that training and you're going to Google kale and now I don't know anything, right? It's not ego. It's just like, what the heck, right? So a lot of doctors are like that until they get sick. And when they get sick, they start Googling too. And it's the funniest thing. I have so many clients that are doctors, nurses, healthcare providers of many kinds, naturopaths, functional medicine, as well as like regular general medicine, OBGYN, ophthalmology, and I've had a handful of pharmaceutical researchers too. So when the doctors and healthcare providers get sick, they come to me and they always tell me it's because I listen to people and I know you know the science. This is no woo-woo with you. We are doing it, right? And so they come to me when they're sick. But the great thing is when I help a healthcare provider get better, they go back to their practice. I've had multiple people come to me with kidney failure to get better because there are dialysis nurses who give them my information because the dialysis nurses see people get better.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, everyone else gets a transplant and you're getting better. And they're like, oh, I'm seeing Dr. Goldner. So they take the info. Nurses are awesome. They take the info. And so I had someone come to me that I helped reverse her kidney failure. And I said, how did you get better? She goes, I was complaining in dialysis. I wish there was another way to get better. I wish there was some natural way. And the nurse gave her my number, so it's just like on the DL, so the doctor doesn't know. So it is changing that way too. So there's educators out there, there's med students seeking the information, there's doctors and nurses getting sick who are then bringing the information on to others. So it is entirely different now than it was when I first started teaching this. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
When I first published Goodbye Lupus in 2015, I had 100 followers, and I was really proud of that. And I would have people would say stuff to me like, you can't heal lupus. Now I have 100,000 followers and it's organic word of mouth. Like, I've never advertised. I've never paid someone to do it. There's no bots. 100,000. What? And it's all word of mouth where people kind of like you, how you heard about me from someone else who's like, she healed me. You got to listen. That's how it happened. It's kind of overwhelming sometimes when I think about it because I just keep teaching the truth. And then someone does it and goes, oh my God. And then they teach someone else and they teach someone else. And then it just spreads. And it's just amazing. It's so beautiful. So it is spreading. And the truth always will win. Always does, right? The truth wins. If we keep sharing it, just like what you're doing now. I so appreciate when someone wants to interview me and talk to me because you don't know how many people this will touch. And even if it's one, that's amazing, right? Because
Yes.
there's a domino effect that's going to happen and more lives will be saved.
100%. Oh my gosh. And I think we need to get you a Netflix documentary.